There comes a moment in every woman's life when she looks around and realizes she's been living everyone else's story but her own. You wake up one day and you realize you've been the emotional backbone, the helper, the fixer, the listener, but never the main character. I know this all too well. And deep down, you know you're meant for something more, something bigger. You feel this pull inside you, right? Not towards perfection, but toward presence. Main character energy isn't about attention or aesthetics, it's about authenticity. It's about reclaiming your life, your voice, your rhythm, and saying unapologetically, this is who I am, and I'm no longer shrinking for anyone. If you're ready to stop existing in the background and start living boldly in your truth, this is your episode. Let's start with this truth, okay? You are not a supporting character. You are not a background extra. You are the writer, the director, and the main character of your story. And somewhere along the way, you forgot that. Maybe it's because you were raised to be humble, polite, self sacrificing. Maybe you were taught that confidence looks like arrogance or that taking up space is selfish. But here's what I've learned as a life coach and as a woman who used to disappear into her own kindness. Trust me, I know this all too well. But I have learned that when you stop living from your truth, your body feels it, your spirit feels it. You start waking up tired for no reason. You start doubting yourself, second guessing every single decision, and you stop dreaming and you start settling. That's not peace, that's quiet suffering. And the world doesn't need your silence, it needs your story. Main character energy isn't about walking into a room thinking that you're better than anyone. It's about walking into a room and not questioning whether you belong there, right? It's the energy of self trust, the energy that says, I don't need to compare, I don't need to compete to compare. I just need to be. I just need to be me. It's an internal shift, right? Not an external performance. Ain't nobody got time for that. When you start embodying main character energy, your choices come from alignment, not approval. You move with purpose instead of pressure. You stop chasing validation and you start living from vision. That's power. Quiet, unshakable power. You've been handing your power away one small yes at a time. Yes to things you don't want to do. Yes to people who drain the heck out of you. Yes to roles that no longer fit who you're becoming. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to yourself. So, now what I want you to imagine is your life as a movie. If someone watched the last 3 months, what would they see? Would they see someone drifting through scenes or someone directing them? That's a different picture, right? Main character energy begins with radical authorship. You pick up the pen, you write your truth, you own your plot line. What we do is we start small. Change the morning routine that doesn't light you up. Say no without explanation. Make a decision that's for you, not for the optics. Because the story shifts the moment that you do. Every great movie, it has a powerful supporting cast. But not everyone deserves a role in that next chapter, right? Some people they were written into your past scenes. They served a purpose. They taught you something. But that doesn't mean they belong in your future, okay? Think about that for a minute. You can't play your leading role surrounded by people committed to misunderstanding you. So look around. Who speaks life into you? Who drains your peace? Who claps for you even when you're not in the picture? Main character energy requires emotional boundaries. Not because you're better, but because your energy is sacred. Yeah. You're not obligated to uh, shrink to keep old connections comfortable. Growth is the audition most people fail. When you watch any great film, notice that every detail supports the main character's evolution. The music, the lighting, the setting, everything is intentional, right? You have to design your life that way. The environment should reflect your becoming. Your home, your wardrobe, your daily rituals, they should all remind you who you are when you're at your best. That doesn't mean buying expensive things. It means creating alignment, lighting a candle when you journal, putting on music that makes you feel alive, speaking affirmations that sound like truth, not wishful thinking. You deserve to live in a space that reflects your worth because energy expands where it feels honored, yeah? So let's talk embodiment. When you start dressing, moving, and speaking like your highest self, life starts matching that energy. Put effort into your presentation, not for attention, but for alignment. Dress for how you want to feel, right? Move with intention. If confidence had a posture, practice it. Practice it. If authenticity had a sound, speak that. If your future self walked into the room, how would she carry herself? That's who you're becoming. And the embodiment, it starts now. Every main character faces a villain, and sometimes it's your own voice. That voice that says, "You ain't ready, girl. Who the heck you think you are?" What if people don't like it? What if they don't like it? Then what you gonna do? You silence that voice by proving it wrong through action. You start showing up messy. Who cares, right? Start speaking before mm, you're perfectly prepared. It's all right. Start creating before you have all the answers. It's all right. Confidence doesn't come from knowing everything, it comes from trusting yourself through anything. You are allowed to take up space before you feel ready. It's all right. You are allowed to be seen while you're still healing. It's all right. You are allowed to love yourself as you evolve. It's all right. Here's the thing about being the main character, your story will not be linear. There will be heartbreaks, there will be detours, moments where you question every single thing. But main characters don't collapse at the plot twist, they grow from it. Every challenge that you've faced wasn't punishment, it was character development. It was your soul stretching into its next level of strength. So don't rush your story, girl. You're not behind, you're becoming. I know you've heard that before. That's some real shit right there. Even the pauses, the endings, the seasons of confusion, they're sacred because that's where the transformation happens. Make your life cinematic. Girl, drink your coffee or your tea like you're in a scene that matters. That can be so much fun. Walk through your neighborhood like the soundtrack is playing just for you. Find beauty in small, unfiltered moments, yeah? Excuse me, the sunlight hitting your face, the quiet after a storm, the laughter that comes from nowhere, from nowhere. That can be so much fun. Main character energy isn't about being seen by other people, it's about seeing yourself clearly and loving what you see. You start realizing that joy isn't something you chase, it's something you create through awareness. Every moment becomes meaningful when you decide to live it on purpose. Here's the truth I want you to know: not everyone is going to clap when you shine. They just not. Some people will call you different. They call you change. They'll call you too much. So the fuck what? Let them call you that. The main character does not audition for approval. She lives in alignment. Your self worth cannot depend on likes, attention, or external applause. Validation is very temporary, but baby, self trust, that's permanent. So instead of asking, do they like me? Ask this: do I like me when I'm around them? Now that's a question. That's your compass. Main character energy is not an act of courage. It's saying, I've lived small long enough. I've watered down my voice long enough. I've hidden my magic long enough. Now I'm done explaining my becoming. I'm done with that crap. You are the light in your own story. You are the turning point. You are the moment everything shifts. And every time you choose yourself, your truth, your peace, your joy, you give the world permission to do the same. So, take up space, girl. Speak up. Show up. Because the story doesn't move forward until you do, right? And remember this: becoming the main character is not about perfection, it's about your presence. It's about living fully, fiercely and unapologetically. You are the story, so start living like it. Love y'all.